Fred, you watched the interview we had with Stella Kilonzo, the head of the Capital Markets Authority. She was saying that she would prefer to see stock exchanges talking to each other rather than taking over. But I imagine that investors over in Kenya would perhaps prefer that the JSE does in fact take over the NSE.
It is an interesting development, and currently now they have actually already gone ahead and sorting for an advisor for the demutualization of NSE. But looking at the investors, actually, it's of interest for the investors because the demutualization allows them to actually be able to own part of the NSE, which is a profitable company. It has been profitable for a long time, and given that the market is growing in Kenya, it will be a good chance for investors to actually own part of the bigger player in the Kenyan capital markets.
Mm-hmm. And just getting back to today's performance, a bit of an uptake there with a gain of 0.1%, with Safaricomm really dominating volumes traded today of 40%. What's going on there?
Safaricomm has always been a very liquid share, and it always moves volumes day in, day out. But today was actually significantly peculiar. Maybe given that when we look ahead, we're actually looking at them announcing in the mid this year, around the 20th of May. And investors could be expecting maybe improved revenues for Safaricomm. Maybe not in the current financial year, in the just past year, but going forward, we see that Safaricomm has positioned itself very well to be able to tap well into portable internet web users. And it's interesting how the trend is coming out, because we know that Kenya currently has got the most intensive web internet users in Africa, and that is going to really generate a lot of revenue for mobile operators. And we know very well that Safaricom is well positioned and is way ahead of all the other mobile players.
Mm-hmm. Fred, one concern that was raised this week is the change in the regulatory environment for Safaricom, with the CEO Michael Joseph saying that he's concerned that government is trying to suppress companies that are successful in this telecom space.
True, there's that fear coming out amongst investors, but yes, it is unfortunate that the regulation might serve to harm revenue streams for Safaricom. But what I look at as an investor, I will look at the bigger picture, which is how Safaricom is actually positioning itself to diversify in terms of how they generate their revenue. And just the portable internet mobile web users I've just talked about, Safaricom is really way ahead of everyone in terms of providing mobile and portable internet services to individuals who are finding it more convenient and user-friendly. So going forward, whether we are going to have harsh regulations, I still believe that they are positioned well to increase their revenues. Mm-hmm. And if there were harsh regulations, I also still believe that they can be solved through a tribunal.
Fred, just moving on very quickly, Kenol Kobel, some corporate action there with regards to a AGM request for a resolution on a par value share split. This has been going on for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. Today, as at the close of the market, Kenol Kobel had just traded 14 shillings and 50 cents above yesterday's price. Mm-hmm. But this was due to the corporate announcement that came out today, because they have announced an AGM resolution which they want shareholders to pass so that they can be able to do a par value split, actually for 10 to 1. Mm-hmm.